Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we are going to fuel up this, probably my favorite Cygnus lighter that I'm actually allowing myself the indulgence of using. It's got plenty of scratches, scuffs, dings, plenty of blemishes and wear, so not a whole lot I can do to mess this one up, to really damage its value. This is probably one that I'm never going to sell anyway. I can't promise that, especially if I were to find one that was in pristine condition, then yeah, I would probably let this one go. I say that, but that might be easier said than done. This is one of the OGs as far as my personal collection of vintage Penguin Cygnus Petrol lighters go. But if you guys have been paying attention to the website or the eBay store, you have seen lately that I have sold a few that were in my collection. Decided to thin a few out and will most likely thin still a few more out here in the next month or so. Can't really give you any more details than that because I haven't thought that much more about it, but I do know that there are some duplicates, some that, well, maybe not technically duplicates. How many lighters do I need that are the same tone, that have a similar advertising graphic, or what exactly is the theme of Penguin Cygnus Petrol lighters that I want to collect? Really can't afford to collect them all, to keep them all. Going to have to sell some of them. So that's kind of where my head is at. Just kind of trying to sort through that. But this particular one of my favorites. I bought it. It didn't have a fuel screw. I found a donor lighter, which I took a screw out of. Man, it's really one of the coolest lighters that I have that I can put in my pocket, take it out with me and light it up, or use to light up. And I promise you, this will make a bigger statement to anyone you use it around, rather than that you are using a junky piece of plastic like a Bic. Very reliable. That is why I'm filling this one up, because I had a tooth pulled earlier in the week and I was trying to follow doctor's orders. Really more like following my wife's orders. So I have not smoked in 72 hours, but we will be taking a walk this evening, late this evening, because I believe we are going to have the grandkids for the prime time part of the evening. But later on, before bed, so slide into my pocket and we'll go for a walk, and I'll put this one to use. But what got me curious and why I really wanted to use this one to light up is because somebody left a comment on one of the videos here recently. I think it was one of the shorts, talking about put an O-ring there and that won't leak, won't evaporate. So I just want to see. Today is Friday, October 18th at, let me look at my iPad here, 1:17 p.m. Central Time, and we are fueling this up. And I'm going to see exactly how long it lasts. I took it with me, fueled it up before I went on the trip, and then I ended up not using it or any other petrol lighter while I was down there. Used plenty of torches, but I don't know exactly how long. I can't remember whether this is one of the lighters that was so prone to run out so fast. But let's just see if this Penguin Cygnus Petrol roller lighter, which the snuffer seems to close pretty tightly. It's not just sitting there all willy-nilly. Spring tension is pretty tight on it. Closes as it should. And then an O-ring rubber seal on the fuel screw. And let's just see how long the fuel life is. Now, you also saw me fill this up, and you saw that it only took about 2.5 droppers at most, whereas Zippo will take 6 to 8, maybe even 10. Most lighters will take a lot more fluid than what a Cygnus will hold, and that is one of the reasons I believe that they run out so fast. It's not so much evaporation as that it's just such a small amount of fluid that your fuel burns up rather quickly. But always enjoy putting this one in my pocket. Like I said, it's got plenty of blemishes. I could probably polish it up a little bit. It's got this really nice fancy scroll work, the stempling. Not sure what you call all these different design techniques. I have seen at least 2 others of these for sale on eBay, and I believe those were in groups of many lighters. I don't think I've ever seen one for sale by itself. It's definitely a lighter that, if you like ornate, fancy designs, classy looking lighters that will get your attention, and I think this is one that most people would love to have in their collection. And I would love for it to be mint condition. I would love for it not to have a single scratch, to be in its original box, for it to have had its original screw when I bought it. I would love for all of those things to be true. But the fact is, I am happy and content and thrilled all at the same time to have this lighter in the condition that I have it in. So when I found it, bought it in the group that I bought it in, unidentified as to what it actually was, it felt like I just won the lottery. And I've never paid much for any of these Cygnus lighters, but this one, by the time I sold the rest of those lighters, I probably ended up getting this one for free. No doubt. Definitely one of the standouts of my collection that I enjoy using every chance I get. Until next time.